not starting it. I mean, I've yet to open even the chat. There we are. Right, pop out. Oh, it would be a good idea to type the run information now. Okay, time for the intro. Hello, Internet, and welcome to Game Theory, where today we'll be investigating the seeming absence of Sans Undertale in Touhou. For those of you unfamiliar, it is basically a. Hold on. No, Spamton, I do not want to be a big shot. Right. It is basically a rule in shoot 'em ups that Sans appears, and he will always appear when there is a hard pattern, because for those unfamiliar, only Sans can do hard patterns in shoot 'em up games. But here's the thing, there's a seeming absence of Sans in Touhou. Could it be that there are no hard patterns in Touhou to begin with? Uh, maybe. We'll see. Oh, I haven't dragged this replay in. And we will investigate this with 6 official game replays. One of the replays is a fan game, but we have 6 official game replays to investigate the presence or absence of hard patterns and Sans Undertale. First I gotta drag this replay in though. Right. I have once again gone into app data rather than game folder for a game that does not store its replays in app data. And then I renamed the replay wrong. Right, our first run is from Schutenfahrten. Let's see, the comment says... My best moth run so far. I am satisfied but also mad at the same time. The first death could have been so easily avoided in my opinion, if I didn't freeze up and panic. Other than that, I like this run. I am continuing to improve it. I plan on LNN. I have been grinding it ever since I finished my TD LNNN back in August. I submitted it to TRS under the name Mayo. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the runs to whoever commentates. Just the usual skips. The game seems a bit loud for me. Oh, it's at 4%. That's way too high. No, 4% in Touhou. Also, shot type. The forward focus type. That's Reimu B. NB. But now we can truly start. We're only in stage 1 of the first replays, and we've already wasted 3 minutes. That's not gonna be a good speed run. Bad pace reset. Oh look, we're in Canada. I do not have to worry about not being live, because I know that I checked that I was live at the very start of the stream before introducing myself to our lovely GT Live viewers. Right, so usual skips means we show this. We show Kaido camouflage. That was pretty tight. A very confusing spell that's only confusing because she moves during the... You see my muff spell speedrun. I did not. I did not even hear that you have a muff spell speedrun. Though, speaking of finishing muff spells fast, Arf has returned. If you've ever seen a YouTube channel called THPlayers635, this is a player called Arf. He has returned and he has beaten a spell in 15 seconds, as we will see, to improve on previous best time. It was a very funny video. Maybe we can check this out. Glowing bullets and their fireballs. Yeah, we do show Notori. You keep buffering? Are you trying to get a frame perfect cutscene skip so you're pause buffering for it with punch card? Good. I posted the schedule in TRC, and I did not even update it here. Okay. I believe that looking at the screen would be a good idea. So I will keep doing that from now. I get distracted very easily. I should probably turn this phrase into a Robert Downey Jr. meme. Okay, we're at Momiji now. Let's look at the time down. No time down. So you're gonna just do this section. Or there might have been a time down and I didn't notice. Or you just took that long to kill it. Usually you'll see moth runs only have like 2 seconds of that section, just the last 2 seconds, because Momiji keeps getting timed down. Was that a phase through the jelly bean wall? Am I really this distracted? What is the miscount? It doesn't say the miscount. So it can really be anything. So far I'm counting 0. You know, this has happened before where people submit an LNN run and forget to tick the no miss box, or intentionally troll by submitting something as no bomb even if it's also no miss. Submit LNN as 1cc. Caprian, you could do it. You're the super player here. I think you can pull up an LNN. And that was the first miss. First miss, and it takes me this long to acknowledge. Imagine if the stream had a night tracker. Just imagine, everyone would see just how distracted I get. In the middle of TRS, no less. Very professional. Right, so far this has been a good run. Just as advertised, the best, a good run, because it's the best run this person ever got. And I don't doubt they're good. So naturally this is clean. And that's all I really have to say about it. I do hope that somebody else is gonna join commentary. 14 viewers. Good. I mean, I really am just showing the replay. Guys, this is Touhou Replay Showcase. We show replays and then we don't say anything about them. Like the great entertainer I am. Okay, that was a good transition into Spam Fairy. Spam Fairy, Death Fairy. That's what they call it, right? Right? Because it's not the Death Fairy itself that's really fun to dodge. It's getting the transition from the stage section, which is all streaming, into the Death Fairy ride. And then you can just dodge it. Right, we know that so far this has only been one miss, and it has been to Peerless Wind God. Now we're at Kanako. And Kanako has got the memes, the funnies. Nice, dodged the jelly bean hitboxes. That's pretty cool. You're focusing on one wave at a time. Click. I haven't looked at it yet. Is the click intentional or is it a bug in how the sound is played? As in, is there a sound file in the game files that's just this click, or is the click the result of the explosion sound becoming corrupted? Because that wouldn't be the first memory corruption in this game. Okay, time for fireballs. All fireballs, and only fireballs. Guys, these arrowheads and these rice bullets, they aren't real, they're also fireballs. Imagine a fireball in an arrowhead's clothing. Wind God. I've seen this spell many times, right? And I've seen people go for good micros on it. But I never do that. So far, no micros whatsoever. Just all macro around the around the four amulet things, lines. And that was a straight up wall. And there was an opportunity to phase through it, but nice micro. Yeah, with a micro like that one, that wall could have been phased through. GG. Right, good job, Mr. Schutenfaten. On to the next one. And I didn't even check the game. Yes, this is PCB. Yet another LNV. It's gonna be a long one. Because PCB, haha. Right. No, don't go into app data. That's not where PCB replays are stored. There we go. And then I launch it from the start menu. Right, comment. The comment says, first and currently only LNB has a surprising resource count. It is a blessed run. Keep us normal. Alice may be worth watching if you like deaths. Well, we do like deaths around here. 420. 420 blaze it. It's such a great name. Yeah, I agree. I mean, we can afford to show Alice if we're gonna skip the entirety of stage 4. Not including Lily and the Prism River bridges. Did I... Nope, I did not. Well, at least I remember to edit all the other things. Right, this is Alice fight number 1, nothing happening. Alice fight number 2, something happening. But not on this spell. Let's see, Alice fight number 3. That one we gotta see. I forgot to ping at stream ping. Yeah, I did not even post a link. That's the second death to Alice. We're keeping track of those. In completely removing that null out of existence, as if it had any existence whatsoever. Well, sign up with the recruitment form. I will be awaiting your response. Being if a command for that. I would like to check, but VCB is one of those games where you deselect the window and it pauses it. Can't even do WinR. Oh, I just did WinR. And it pauses. And that was the start menu. Spring Kyoto Dolls. No border break. And a death. That would be number 3. And that's number 4. Guys, take a shot for every death. I have this liquid in my home, which has 40% alcohol, perfectly clear, has a very strong taste. Like, it wouldn't even matter if it's sweet or sour or bitter or anything. It is so strong that it's just gonna make it unpleasant to drink. The taste. And I took a shot of that. Needed something to, in addition to the shot. It was very fun. 90. Yeah. The thing about that, right? The taste, it was even stronger than like that of vodka, right? Because I've also taken a shot of vodka, and it's basically spicy water. Like you just add pepper to water, and that's the taste of vodka. And but nowhere near as strong as what I tried that day. You should take a shot of that every time you die in Touhou. Either that or a shot of the 90% alcohol drink. Would you even take that in shots, or would you take that in bottle caps? Or do you scoop up the shot glass with the bottle cap to drink it in bottle caps, but a whole shot at a time? Cologne Bottle. I don't know what a Cologne Bottle is. I think I know what it is, but I only know the German word for it. I mean, I would look it up at this point in time if the game didn't pause when deselected. So that was a one miss in stage 4 on the stage section. Like a perfume. Kölner Glas. Something. Well, I've heard of Köln. I know what Köln is. It is the name of a city in Germany. And as it turns out, I have indeed never heard of it. Cologne, Keulen. If I had my phone with me, I could look it up right now without pausing the game. Actually, what do I need the phone for? I have a laptop right to the right of me. I'm gonna look up what the Cologne Bottle is. Oh no, Yomu is after human souls. She wants to take the spring out of the human souls. I didn't know human souls had spring in it. I thought they were just determination. Uh, glass. Okay, Okay, so that's what it looks like, but cool, cool. Oh, like yeah, like the glasses that perfumes usually come in. Yeah, I've seen those, and I never knew what they were called until now. Guys, perfume or whiskey, find out after you drink. Also, that's the first miss in stage 5. Whiskey or perfume, find out after you drink it. That must be fun. Oh, he's totally gonna make it. Absolutely. Oh, he's making that as well. No need for one more. You know what? I'm gonna install updates. I am installing updates. Yep, update all. Right, and with the first spell over, you have crossed the hardest spell in the fight. You can do that, you can do everything. Hearts, diamonds, spades, clubs. I'm gonna take care of an inquiry on the TRS form. Because I just saw something. But first I'm gonna watch spam. Big shot! Alright, let's make that not saturated green. That's too desaturated. And now you have a block of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 replays in a row that are all not very saturated green. And only 1, 2, 3, 4 white runs in total. And this orange run that has been there since the beginning of time. Right, let's mark it with a check mark. There you go, Himkoto. Took care of your inquiry. No, to watch Yuyuko. good misdirection on the knives. The knife shots. I know someone who calls this Sakuya V shot type erectile dysfunction because it always fires in the wrong way for them. Oh, that was... At least you had a border there to break and not take the L. You're at 5 lives. You're at 5 lives even though you died 5 times. No, 6. 1, 2... yeah, 6 times. So that's what you mean with unusually high amount of lives. Let's bring in the mouse cursor. Let's play with mouse patch. Just chilling up here. That was very close. The mouse cursor would have been hit there if the spell didn't just end. Another non-spell it is. The spell that gives a fuck ton of grace. And a massive spell bonus. Should I dodge the player bonus as well? Probably. And I just got hit. The mouse cursor collided with a bullet. Time to bring it back to HUD. And you won! Congratulations! Wait. Sans? OMG, it's Sans! And that really is a Sans pattern. So in the beginning of this episode, I theorized how there might not be Sans in Touhou despite him being in every other shmup and always showing up whenever there's a hard pattern. You know, like in Dodonpachi's Side-Eye Ojo and Knuckles. But here he is. Sans in Touhou. Turns out this game does have hard patterns. And whenever there's a hard pattern, Sans will be there. Alright, but now you won. GG. Right, now we have TD, LNB, and T. Another no bomb run that I will have just as much to say about. Okay, but this time I'm going inside the replay to make sure I get the information down immediately. Right, clear that out, put that in, go inside the replay. It's a meme. Because it says meme in the replay name. I can tell without even opening the game. Right, this is NB and T. Another ping. I'll have to look at that later. Terra meme. Let's check out the comment. DD, LNB, and T with meme death. Skip the usual. Right. But first, at Morth, at TSG, the DDC extra score run is right after the current TD. After the current run, about 10 minutes. I also gotta turn the game down 5%. My god, I think my headset must have broken and lost some contacts if I'm making the volume that high on my Touhou games. And I'm only now noticing that it seems to have fixed itself. Okay, I think we also skipped stage 3. And I say I think because clearly I seem to perfectly know what the default skips even are. Now you know what, they just depend on the host. Wait, do we skip Yoshika? It says default skips and that's the first 3 stages. At least I think that. I mean, nothing happened on Yoshika, so well, he might have done that. Other than that, nothing really happened on Yoshika, so you think it was okay to skip that? But just in case, Just in case after this TRS I'm gonna bring up the issue to other commentators of writing down and publishing what the default skips even are. Not just for hosts like me, but for the viewers. I bet someone's watching right now who doesn't know what the default skips are. That's a lot of grace. That was 1000 grace in less than a second. Who said you couldn't get grace in TD? So you're leaving this fairy alive. Okay. Rip genocide run. That's the first death. Okay, that is a standard strategy. To just not even go below Yoshika. What am I even doing? And here we do kill Yoshika. And then, what's her name? Sega? Yeah, Sega comes down and you damage her. On Scorans, they kill Yoshika all the time. Actual Yoshika bullying. My laptop screen just turned off. Turning it on would involve closing the lid and opening it back up, which would cut my internet connection for enough time to end the stream. Therefore, I will leave the laptop standing, and I am not going to touch it until this stream is over. Seems to happen with this laptop. I don't know, maybe I could just... If I really need to click something on it, I can always just plug in an HDMI cable. I mean, I have a monitor right in front of me. So about the run, right? It has been a clean stage 4, aside from that one death that I wasn't really looking at the screen for. Perhaps I shouldn't let myself get so distracted. Oh my. And now we're in stage 5. Also clean so far. You're really going all out on misdirecting these arrows. Like, you're just refusing to micro them. Good strategy, because micro dodging sucks. Balls. Not going for the bomb pieces? Man, you're missing out on the bombs. Nice boat. This boat should be turned into a skateboard, like if you agree. If you're watching this on YouTube and you think the boat should be a skateboard, you should comment about that in the comment section and also like to show your agreement. Otherwise, you can always dislike, because the viewers will not be able to see that. Let's check viewer count. $19 Fortnite card. $19 Fortnite card. What even are these spell names? Like, what is all me's dinner? Like, look. Just localize it. Right? Don't go for translation. Go for localization. It seems like a much better idea. Oh, that seems like a name. Elon Musk's dinner localized TD. That might be a name. Maybe you want to localize it. I don't know. I don't know anything about that name. So maybe that's why it's so easy for me to say, just localize 54 hit. When maybe of such relevance, you just can't localize that. Oh, I thought in him Koto's message still localized as referring to location rather than localization, as in translation, and then also changing all the names so they make sense for Western audiences. Man, I always want him to trance. At just every opportunity where there are just so many spirits on screen, that it would just be really good if he tranced. But this is a no bump, no trance run. There is. You've gathered human souls, haven't you? No, divine spirits, aka god souls. Last Supper would be a cool name for a localized version. Soup. Soup. Oh, so that's what you mean with no trance. Not doing anything when you have the death trance. I mean, otherwise you could just die at strategic moments to avoid a second guaranteed death. Because trance damage. Do you like how I dance? I got zirconium pants, circumstantial enough to send you into a trance. Do you like how I walk? Do you like how I talk? Do you like how my face disintegrates into chalk? Oh, oh look, it's the bug! It's a funny timer bug. And now it moves down. Funny animation zoom. Oh, it was dancing. 1835.00. Goose flesh. I mean, the bullets certainly are flashy. At least you can see something. I just noticed this red thing. This red thing that seems to border the game window. Like the bullet board. Don't know what else to call it. At least it's what they call it in Undertale. Right, that red thing, that's a shadow. That's a shadow that the bullet board is casting onto the UI. And the bullet board is floating slightly above in 3D space. That is so cool. Like if you have seen a shadow before. Never seen a shadow. You should do light shadow experiments in physics. That's a death. Oh, but he's going for that damage. He's going for that damage, do as little as possible. Right. At Morse, your Run is up now. GG. Now we have a really good one. Difficulty extra. Scoring.
Hello.
Hello.
It's Sakuya B.
Sakuya B. Very rare to see that. And I accidentally launched ISC.
Okay, should we start the replay at the same time?
If your internet can handle it, I'm also screen sharing it.
Oh, screen share. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. You mean over Discord?
Yeah.
Okay, I see it. Nice.
Alright. Let's go.
Alright, the biggest improvement this run has over previous runs is that we get so many resources we can suicide 3 times and still land on max lives. So in DDC Extra, the most important thing is having 8 lives at the end. And after that, it's doing good bombs. So if we can get a ton of life pieces, we get so many that we can suicide once more, which gives us an extra 3 bombs. So that's the main contribution here.
What is the per life clear bonus in DDC Extra?
40 mil.
Yeah. And the average score is around a bill. Average high level score. 40
For Marissa B maybe, but for other shots it's usually around 800 mil.
Okay. And 40 mil is a significant part of that. Even just 140 mil. Now multiply that by 8. And you can see how important clear bonus is.
Also very important are these score bombs, because especially with Sakuya B they give so much PIV. You get grays and you get all the cancels for like 2 seconds or something. So it's an absurd amount of PIV you get. This mid-boss is actually on a timer, which is quite rare for extras, so it's important to kill them fast. Yeah, and I also have to kind of dodge both at the same time. If I kill one early, then I miss a 2.0, which is not allowed. But luckily on this run, I got very easy RNG for the first attack. And that meant I was ahead of schedule and I could afford to be a bit slow on the remaining 2 attacks. Another lesser known mechanic is that focused shot gives you PIV, and the closer you are to what you're shooting, the more PIV you get. So generally it's better to be closer to a boss, but it's not very significant. Okay, so up till now everything's been the same basically as KG's route, but here some major route changes occur, starting from this bomb. And we can do this because of the extra life and because we have 3 more bombs. So we bomb once there for extra PIV and we still get a 0.5 here, and now in this section we suicide, which gives us a ton of grays, and we get to use 3 bombs. And of course this whole time I'm not missing a single 2.0. And with a well-timed suicide here, you can actually force another 2.0, as you just saw. And now we still have bombs left for this section. Yeah, so the PIV you get from bombing is absolutely massive here. Fun fact, you actually get more PIV with Sakya B than Marissa B, at least on the stage portion. But of course, Marissa B has a huge advantage on the boss and at item collection. Yes, and then the last bomb piece we get gives us a bomb just in time, so we can use it there and actually force two 2.0s at the very end. Normally players would only get one. And I have just enough resources, exactly the right amount, that I will now clear with 8 lives. Marissa B's bomb has this ability to turn bullets into items,
Yeah.
which means, like, first of all, you get infinite resources basically. You never have to worry about running out, so you can bomb as much as you want. And the other thing is, every item collection is going to be a 2.0 because you get so many power ups. So her score lead is absolutely massive.
Yeah,
Sakya B,
you
yeah.
see the you see the area in which all of these bullets originate from? You can put a bomb right there and all of these turn into items. All of them.
Yeah, so for example, in this non with Marissa B, you just bomb once and get basically an extra life from it because you get so many 2.0s. Yeah, now to be honest, Raiko is basically just survival. We milk the easier nons and we care about spell card bonuses, but yeah, other than that, it's just a no missile bomb Raiko fight. It took me 7 attempts total to get a no missile bomb Raiko on pace.
Here, check this out. This was made right around the release of the game.
Right, no shot is a bit weird, but it'll definitely demonstrate why Mercy B is busted. The main contributions of this run come from routing, uh, not so much gameplay. And so routing was really a huge part of the process here. Basically, I went through the stage and thought of every possible bomb location and experimented. I tried it out. I saw how much PIV I got. I calculated how much score that's worth, and at the very end, I choose the I think 13 best bomb spots to dump all my bombs into. That's how this route came to be. Yes, and we can actually afford to drop 4 bomb pieces as you just saw. I dropped one. Okay, here I got kind of unlocking this spell. I was forced to kill it slowly, and then I had to pick up some items, so that's kind of bad. The gameplay on the stage was very good, but the gameplay on the boss is, yeah, not so great, honestly. Run overall because a good stage like gains 5 mil and a bad boss fight loses 2 mil. Like overall, the stage is a lot more important to get right than the boss fight. On all these spells, like the spell card bonus drains pretty quickly. Like on this one, it looks like it's a little over a second to lose 1,000,000 points. So it's really important to try to kill things quickly. And
Alright.
that's one thing I didn't do so well in this run, but it's okay.
Meanwhile, on the nons, you don't have spell bonus, so you can just grace for PIV.
Right. But still, on the harder ones, like that previous one, I'm just trying to survive, honestly. I'm not so concerned about milking it, because already PIV is not worth very much at this point. It's worth a lot at the start of the stage, because there's like 3,000 items to collect, but at this point there's only 300 left or something. So PIV isn't so relevant anymore. Oh yeah, and there are these safe spots at the start of nons, but they're very easy. If you look at the circular highlight on Raiko's drum, unlike her sprite, the save spot is maybe 60% the size of that, so it's generous. I think I got some pretty mean patterns on this spell, which forced me to get a lower spell card bonus. Yeah, that was a tight dodge at the end. Oh, and this non-spell is really evil. I actually died twice here on runs. And that's, yeah, that's out of 7 Raiko attempts total. 2 of them ended there. Yeah, I love the music too. It's so damn catchy. It's almost so catchy that it's distracting, actually. Like, especially on the first nons, because I have to count to 8 to know when I'm changing direction. So I'm trying to count to 8. I'm trying to keep track of the boss timer, counting down from 10 at the same time, and then the music on top of that sometimes distracts me. So I actually play muted more often than not. But it's a very nice theme. Yeah, and the survival is pretty free. This is actually 100% static, I believe. All the lightning that's in the third phase is aimed at you, and then, or it's either aimed at you or aimed around you, depending on the wave. And I believe these notes are just static, so it's a pretty easy survival once you've learned it. And that brings us to the final spell. This one is pretty hard. It's straight up dodging, but it's like, especially the final phases. Also, if you look on the right side, you'll see that, right side of the screen, you'll see that I have 2 out of 3 life pieces. It is actually the very last resource I get, which brings me to 8 lives. The route works out perfectly like that. Yeah, so towards the end of this pattern, Raiko decided to move quite high up, which is really lucky. It makes this pattern easier, but it's still always hard, so there are always going to be hard dodges. And I got it. This is actually a new world record by about 15 mil, so a very large margin, beating a record by Licks, which stood for, I think, 6 years. So I'm very happy to have beaten that.
And here you go. 857559556 650. And here,
Actually, GG's.
GG. On to the next one.
Okay, I'll be leaving the call. Bye.
Okay, bye. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 out of 7 runs today have been no bomb. And I believe I think the bomb usage on the DDC score run has made up for the lack of bombs throughout the rest of this episode of TRS, which I like to see. I like to see the bombs. Right, gotta start the game up. Actually, no, I should drag the replay in first because the game doesn't like being treated in any manner at all. It just doesn't like you. Hold on, there's something I need to change. Edit with notepad plus plus. Yeah, that's what I need to change. I need to change games.js. Nope, I am running vpatch. I'm absolutely running vpatch, and yet the window is tiny. Uh, I see now. That's full screen mode. I do not want USD in full screen ever. There we go. That's a nice big window. Also, I can turn my BGM to WAV now because I have finally undeleted thbgm.dat. Right, this is Remu A. Let's check the comment out. Horrible lol run. Skips at your discretion. No, I'm not doing that. This is yet another thing I forgot because I, for good reason, don't touch USD. Set that skip FPS to 420. Because I mean, at my discretion. If the skips is at my discretion, I could just not show it, right? But then I will ultimately establish myself as someone who never acts in good faith. Ever. Also, I gotta turn the game down. I turned it up to 4%. That's too loud. There we go, 2%. That's better. When 1% is too loud, but mute is too silent. But I'm just gonna take it as default skips. So I'm gonna skip to stage 4, the start of stage 4. Not even gonna include mailing. Here we go. So the impressive thing about doing this with Reimu A is that Reimu A damage sucks. And that's it. Okay, expected death to books, and then you graced it, so you should be at high rank now. Because high rank equals easier game in EOSD. You should see low rank killing doll. Always a meme. To have a knife coming from the bottom with absolutely no regard to player position whatsoever. Low rank Sakuya on 2. So the one with the kunais? With the kunai walls? Okay, but imagine capping books and tank to Kokama. Which dodge? I did not see the dodge. Perhaps I should pay attention. All the way to the right. Against the wall. Yeah, that explains it. Because I was so focused on the left that I didn't even consider the right side. Oh, so that's what this music reminds me of. It reminds me of Dance Till You're Dead. Always reminds me of that whenever I hear it, and I don't realize for a solid 5 minutes. Why say that? Oh, now you can't unhear it either. Very good. Don't watch TRS at 7 p.m. Worst mistake of my life. 7 p.m.? It's only 5 p.m. from where it's being hosted. And there's the part again. On to stage 5. Okay, that's just a stage. I have never seen anyone try to do a stage 5 save spot like that. That's more like it. I've never seen anyone do this section like that, and somehow it works out anyways. I always like to see the most unconventional things working, but in that case it just didn't work. And that's the issue. The skill issue. Red on red. No time down. Instead we're just going all in on spam. It's not hard. I don't know why people complain about spam so much when what comes before is misdirection. Speaking of ESD on software hating you, I was recently trying to do a challenge run for that mobile fan game, and I randomly started doing like triple damage for no reason. The issue persisted for a couple of days and I have no clue why. Misdirection is static. That doesn't make it easy. I'm sorry, but ratio. This reminds me of another thing. When I played mobile game, and I have no idea how it happened, but I just unlocked everything without even getting into the game. I just unlocked everything. And I have no idea why or how it happened. Like, I just clicked a link. That's all. Second death to stage 5. And right at the end of this spell too. Right, at least you get a cancel on Kunai Non. On low rank Kunai Non. No less. Third death. Just like in that Minecraft series. Spam. Alright, they died to the easy part. The Spamton. G Spamton. So to be fair, normal Spamton fight is also pretty tough. If you don't heal deal. I remember when I fought a normal Spamton for the first time, I never did heal deal. I just did deal. And I died once. I also didn't know about F1 for help. And then I didn't fight Spamton Neo. And when I did fight him, I beat him first try because I used the big shot glitch. And at the time there was no funny cheat counter and no Spamton going mad, going into hard mode and dealing half your health with one bullet. Then I did the other route. Does this end in stage 6? If it clears, yes. Right? If this is a clear, if it says that it is a clear, then it has to NN, and if it doesn't NN, it's a desync. I do not think there's gonna be another score extent. So this is gonna be clutch. This save spot sort of works with TH crap and with this specific font. Usually you align yourself between like Russian G and the letter I, or Roman 1. But on TH crap you can just align yourself to the right of C. And it's gonna work almost as well. No walls. Just no walls at all. Oh, this must be a pretty tense situation. Being on no lives at all. And on pace to just end stage 6. No miss 6 head. He's even not using any bombs. Yes, it's a no bomb run. No fucking way. One left. No, there are two left. Wait, I didn't group the PCB runs together. Looks like I just forgot about that. Uh, TH07. I challenge you to find a card with a better name than Red Magic. View Lunatic Mode records. Where are the spell records? Other records. That's just a misaligned table. Doesn't have spell records in here. Otherwise I would have probably found something. Something with a really long name. Yeah, that's bound to be a better name than Red Magic. If it's just unwieldy. BC. Pork B. Luna. No, this is normal survival. It is only a 1cc. Let's check the comments. Skip Alice second spell and stage 6 boss dialogue. Stage 5 might be fun. Rainbow Ring of Human. Once we get to see a really long spell name, that's gonna be the spell name that's better than Red Magic. I mean so long that it almost goes off screen. While I was observing the progress of UM translation, I saw a spell name become so long that you could not possibly fit it on screen. Good bombs. It actually covered everything. Like from here all the way to here. So I had to complain to the translators about it. Why make spell names this long? Because we can. Dutch dolls. Stage 4. Ah yes, I speed that up. Yeah, it is pretty good. But we skip stage 4 anyways. For time's sake. We don't have all day here. We have to speed run. Right, I cannot deselect this game. Oh, I've never seen this before. I've never seen this spell in my life. So the Prism River that you attack on the first spell the most is the one that's gonna be solo for the non, the upcoming non, and then the spell after that. And people usually go for Lyrica, so it is uncommon to see a different one, and that was a spell that I have simply never seen in my life. It would be so funny. A normal and uneasy Merlin might be better. I think I saw someone reproduce that bug recently. Uh, Not sure if there's a replay or not. Uh, I don't think I have a link. Then just go for a random one. Can't be that bad to just have a different one each run and showcase spells that some people have quite literally never seen. No, you didn't make that. But good bump, it means you're not gonna have to make it on this one, because it just get cancelled here. Karmic punishment of the idle and unfocused. Karmic punishment of the no movement, no focus runners. You can't think of anything, just say something in relation to the spell name. It's a karmatic retribution, and also it is not karmatic retribution. I have no idea who even came up with it and how it even became a thing, but it is just karma. That's all KR stands for on the Sans HP bar. Kermit the Frog. I read entering entertainment. Knives actually work. Stage 6. Right. Remember to skip Yuyuko dialogue. The not slowdown. That was a death. You know, doesn't this world have a saying that please bump? Wall on Yuko's first non. Never heard of that. I'm just vibing at this point. Nothing to say. Nothing to do. Except to vibe. One life for Resurrection Butterfly. Oh yeah, this is a good spell name. Look, it's so long it extends below the Yuyuko name. Uh, Another extent may be possible, but also use bomb. Bomba! To those who have been here yesterday. Right? Inaki has some good notification sounds. That was a very close. Nice death bomb. Wait, no, you have to dodge this. I no longer... Okay, border. Okay, it's only 10 seconds left, so there's no need for another life. And that's a 0-0 clear. We love to see those. Last one of today is on YouTube. It is a funny fan game. I am simply going to start with the second video. And to make it visible. .360p is the highest quality, so we're gonna be watching a 360p video. So this game has been described as PCB, but you play as Yomu. Wow, another PCB. So funny. How much FPS is that? 10? Uh, this is one of those gamer videos, right? Where you have a real, we just have a real gamer recording. Where it's 360p, no 60 FPS, no 20 FPS either. And we just try to decipher what's happening based on the few pixels we're given. Yeah, I should. Player Cobalt Rush. He likes to play those fan games. Uh, if there are no hypers, then that's Yomo mechanics in TD. But also there's this human yokai gauge, at least something that looks like that, which is from IN. Also, Alfie's styled art made by Diary. So, things are happening on the screen. You might not be able to see it, but we have patterns like a zigzag diagonal yellow thing pattern on a very similar to yellow background in 360p. Yeah, this is the art style of an artist called Alphys, and they made the art for some fighters, right? And then there's an artist called Diary who draws in that exact style and has made portraits for every character in this style. And there is a TH grab patch to use Alfie's art and Diary art in mainline Touhou games. Right, spring theme, yeah. Of course you would have mechanics. Spring mechanics. This game seems to have a lot of mechanics. X. The dialogue is just X gonna give it to ya. From what it seems like, the final boss is gonna be Yukari. It's just Yuyuko. They're actually fighting each other. Well, if the point of the game is being PCB but you play as Yomu, then it's Yomu solving the PCB incident, which means you're gonna be fighting Yuyuko as Yomu. Just like in TD Stage 1. That seems like a likely plot, but unfortunately all the dialogue is just X gon give it to ya! So we would have to confirm independently. Wait, and I'll have to look at that more closely. Focus movement being faster than unfocused. Because that would make no sense at all. Either that or it's unfocused showing hitbox and focused not showing hitbox. You see the red dot in the middle of your sprite? That is your soul, the very culmination of your being. This fan game creator seems to have decided that the faster mode needs something to be worth it for using, like an advantage over the slow mode, and the fan game creator decided that that advantage is going to be the hitbox indicator. Right, so the advantage of fast movement is hitbox indicator, the disadvantage is fast movement, and the reverse with slow movement, which is which makes no sense, but it makes sense if you don't give it a second thought. Let's see, what are those recommendations? It's all Christmas jazz music. Why are my recommendations all that? But with that, it is we have run out of replays. Therefore, it is time to end the stream. Thank you all very much for watching. Uh, Thank you all very much for watching. We will be back with more replays next week. In the meantime, join the Discord server for announcement and a for the latest and greatest announcements in good detail, as well as a lovely community of like-minded individuals. And I will see you there and next week. Thanks for watching.